Can my name not be spoken? How fast will threads be deleted? The new ESO forum game? But you know, here's my story. What is truth and what is lies? I was mistreated by members of community and ZeniMax online studies for over the beyond efforts and commitments to help the community function, while for free. Also, I asked and pleaded them for a week for support before I had to tell the world what has been done to me. What did I do as class representative? I designed the design for most of the discords. I steeped in to resolve conflict between class reps. I keep the other reps in line so we didn't bring conflict outside of house. I reported misplaced bugs and submitted bug reports to Q&A team in a nice fine document. Remember those long-standing pet bugs? I even helped with Fallout team for a small bit. I reported for each class and went to each class or role as they had needed. Some people only remember for healers, but I did it all while looking out for the entire community, not just one group. I made a lot of threads and asked a lot of questions because I didn't believe I was only perspective. I spent 20 at least hours each week unpaid. There's some labor laws, no? I spent most of my free time on forums making sure people got voiced heard. Where were the other class reps? I asked questions to random players about things. I did part of the job of Q&A, community representatives, the paid guys, community manager, all with no complaint for 8 months. I can't say the same for other class reps with videos, threads and Discord incidents to go along. Answer to crimes I be accused. I got in the middle of a low-standing feud between the elitists competitive group versus the average player. What I simply said was this area is for discussion and banned people who started to downright cyberbully other players. This in turn looked like favoritism, but to the accused crime? There are public notes still on Healer Discord that you could see before every meeting. I committed the crime of favoritism, but nobody can ever say how take notice of that. I banned people from Discord, but take notice. I banned less people compared to other reps, and I got a lot of replies I was being far too lined. I had people in-game say how thankful they existed of the Discord and how it opened them up to game. My greatest crime was not listening to one group, but them all, and putting that into perspectives. Do you can say that about all your class reps? I had no part of the shield nerfs. In fact, to a history check, I was one asking and showing what cast times didn't work with healers. Where were your other class reps? Also PS, it's called a scapegoat. I was biased towards Nightblade. This one is the funniest. I played this class the least. If nothing else, they should be mad at me. I wish I could have did better for them. I was biased towards Sork healers. Let's be real now. Where's Overload now? What does this class actually do that Sorks can't? If anything, Sork DPS tanks might have a case, but it was only because they were groups seeming to be in need, and nobody else was watching them. I went where I was needed, and checked and balanced the other class reps' work. I have some love for Bosmer. In public notice, you can know class reps are aware of the changes and brought up concerns for players. With 11 other class reps, at the time, kinda impossible for this to end of biased feedback. Also, for the record, I have 5 healers actually, 6, 1 neglected stamina one, all with different races. I am accused of poor knowledge, but I have collected nearly every support set in game, done most of the content. I know 3 to 5 ways to do a lot of fights in game depending on the group composition. I am aware not everyone is same, or does things in same in game. Also, let me remind you, in the end, it was a game. They are competitive players. I accused of the be emotional or caused and needed trouble. Dear Zos, remember the I hate robot threads of comments? I became your scapegoat for the drama that exists no matter what. I took the heat and you blamed me for being on fire. Mistreatment. I was paid in new DLC content and told to suck it up. You don't have to use Discord to get feedback. Let's not lie to ourselves, Zos. And I did most of the community feedback to giving notice to issues. A blog against myself, a Discord hate group. My other position elsewhere, invaded. Isn't this stalking? No, really. And take shots of my work elsewhere and cut pieces out. A lovely video that is so biased, but everything on YouTube is true after all. I had to quote the code of context to get support against the frequent harassment I got in game, Discord, even on forums, but it didn't really help. The people want someone or something to hate, then they will, especially when that person is not protected. Let's not forget my pictures, slotted and abused as a form of humiliation. Had people take my name and pretend to be me in Discord and in-game. Guess only official employees' names matter. Note: Dear Zos, I wouldn't have cared if you actually told the truth and not let me find out on my own. But the fact is, Zos, you are blind. Nobody worked or was as commitment or worked fully what you wanted as class rep. I even stood up for you or tried to understand you when all other class reps wanted to rebel. Remember that? 3 have declared to quit because you weren't listening. As to say that's the same reason I had to leave Community Ambassador program, you didn't want to commitment to program, and frankly a promise that things sometime next year is bull. Who throws the hardest working free employee into that program? That was really the final straw. When I knew I was wasting my time and couldn't help anyone. In fact, was told was a nuisance, and my previous feedback and current feedback was not helpful, the feedback I gathered from all points of the community. That's why I started in my final days says, I will pass this along, but not sure it will help. Where was my dignity at this point? I wasn't human, but a disposable asset to be used and abused. If you respected me, then Zos, I could have continued to respect you. Yeah, Zos, I can't even have appreciation thread for work I did for you. I was harassed, bullied, stalked, and impersonated, and Zos did nothing but throw me away after hours of work to community and its people, instead of the actual employees. And all I wanted to do, help people. P.S. If anyone is looking for a helpful worker, I am now a free agent.